What makes a good toy?
Yes, sir.
Now, in my opinion, I'll show you a few examples. Color is changed. Now, this kind of toys require great amount of development because this requires an idea, this requires a construction, this requires a making prototypes, testing it, development. So this is about 2 years or 3 years old as an idea. A similar idea has been with us for generations together. Now look at the similarities between this toy, the modern toy, and this toy, because thematically both are similar. This hide and seek, this this changes the color. This either changes the color or it hides the color, which means the technique is same. In fact, the basis of creating a surprise is same. If this is broken, you can construct again. If this is broken, you cannot construct again. You can also do a lot of experiments in this. The toy as an idea can be developed in many directions, in many ways. Many things you can make from this. Both teachers and children love it. It's almost like you get empowered. You say, my God, I can do this, such a nice thing. This is my classic toy. Because the idea of snake striking is very strong in the Indian culture. So look at the construction. I mean, children love it. They go on playing for hours together. This is my favorite toy. Now, it's a favorite because children like it. Are saying, "Ye ho kyun raha hai? Why this fellow is behaving? Or why this fellow is lifting his arm when we're doing it?" Slowly you get introduced to the science principle, that this is a physics principle of centripetal force or centrifugal force. But children love the toys primarily because there's a mystery, there's a message, there's a discovery, there's something to find out themselves. I also want to show one toy which is my very favorite toy. This is a shola pith, which is a soft reed grown in the meshy lands. And of course this is bamboo. This is the toy, gave it to children in urban areas. They broke in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because the way we handle things normally is very aggressively. So most children took it and it collapsed. Then suddenly they realized from the experience that toy needs to be dealt gently. That if you are gentle and sensitive, the toy will work. And if you are aggressive and brute, the toy will collapse. So the value system carried by a toy, I think, is very important. This toy is made almost of nothing. You take the kacha clay and then you just put paper in order to keep it in place. And that's it. And then there is a string. They are fascinated. Awaaz kahan se aa raha hai? I mean, this is a beginning that child understands and saying sound is made in musical instruments, in other places, in a similar concept. We had a theme of cooperation. So we wanted to make a toy which symbolizes that. We said, if you are alone, the journey is very fast but boring. If you have a friend, then journeying is probably slow, but it's more interesting. A simple toy made in paper, cardboard, actually has been derived from a more complex toy. The children on the wheelchair, they need to stretch their arms as an exercise, as a therapy. The toy is, if you work, many things happen, which means if you are active, many things happen. So if you stretch, the fishes will dance. This is fundamentally, the material should be simple, the construction should be simple, it can be constructed many places, but the idea must be original and must have fun. I think this is the fundamental of design. I know many spinning toys. What happened, after a day it occurred to me that to make this toy is from the rubber plant seed. Now, in order to make the toy, you need to hollow it. But there is no cut. What children do, take the rubber plant seed, take to the ant hill, and leave the seed overnight. And they find that hundreds of ants go inside and hollow it out. Now, this such a complex thing you can experience from a toy, and that too traditional toy. So this is we developed this toy from an example from the textbooks. And the example is small ball can lift big ball. Even if you make a toy, we found out it has a limited interest. So from a ball, what you see, we made a bird and an elephant. Okay? So we said, छोटे में हिम्मत, कि don't undermine the power of small things. So let's see how does the bird lift the elephant. So the bird lifts elephant. Yeah. Now you see that the same thing, children are very interested because they are able to see themselves that they are small children. There is a bully in the class, but they are more powerful. So one of the fundamental thing in toy is that it's a abstract story which triggers your imagination and gives you something to think about. So see this example. We converted this into paper, seed, and this is the just a paper pipe or a reel. So these are all recycled material, and this is gives the same thing. It's the same toy, same thing. Somebody asked, what is design? Well, this is design. The process that you took a principle, then you give a theme, and then from that you change the material in order to make the capability to make it yourself. This is the design process.